Hello everyone, welcome back to Triad Travelogues. I am Richard and I'm coming at you today from the outskirts of Shanghai, China. And today I want to give you a very special tour of a place that is commonly referred to as the Wal-Mart building. And this is a shopping mall. This is the building that you're looking at right now. There's actually two sections of this building. This one is filled with restaurants. There's pretty much just a lot of places to eat, delis, restaurants. There's a Starbucks there. And then over here on this side are stores. There's a lot of, it's basically just a shopping mall. Now they call this the Walmart building because on the second floor of this building there is a Walmart. It's not actually a building that's owned by Walmart, it's just a building that I guess Walmart is the primary attraction of this building, I guess. And this building is one that I'm very familiar with because I've worked at this building. I'm here pretty much every day. I work at a training center teaching English as a second language. I've worked here for 3 years, and so I'm pretty familiar with this building. Now, we are going to do a tour mainly of this building right here that has all the shopping malls. And this building over here that's connected via this hallway right here, we're not really going to tour much of, but I am going to show you a couple of really cool things, including what is on the rooftop of this building. But we're going to go ahead and go in here, and I'm going to show you what a typical shopping center looks like inside of China, inside of Shanghai. Like I said, I'm on the outskirts of Shanghai. I'm actually in a little town called Songjiang, which is truly on the outskirts. It's truly on the outside of Shanghai, and it would be considered relatively rural when compared to the sort of industrialized city that is Shanghai. I think Shanghai is generally considered to be the most industrialized, or let's say the most westernized city in Shanghai, or I'm sorry, in China, and next to Beijing. And there are, of course, much more rural cities or districts. Shanghai is, I guess, the city, and the district is called Songjiang. There's much more rural places in this country, like way more rural than what you're looking at right now. But I would say this shopping mall is in the most rural place that you're gonna find in Shanghai. I've lived here in Songjiang for 3 years, and it is, you know, well, it is what it is. Sometimes it's a very frustrating place, but it's never boring. It's always very, very interesting. It's an interesting place. So down here in the basement level, we have just a lot of, I don't know, clothes. There's a lot of clothes. I don't want to sound, I don't want to feed into the stereotypes, but man, Shanghainese women, they really like to shop. They really like to shop for clothes. So this is a place where you can get a lot of clothes. Oh, look at this. Oh, look. This, they have, you know, I see these a lot, these little areas. This is a ball pit. And, you know, I guess we probably have I'm from the United States of America. I was born and raised in Texas, in Dallas, Texas. And I guess we probably, I guess we probably have these like gigantic ball pits in America. But, you know, regardless of where they're at, regardless of what country they're in, they are disgusting. This is disgusting. Like, in order to really clean up something like this, you have to take every ball, like you'd have to take every single one of these balls out, and you'd have to clean them all separately. And you know that kids vomit and they pee and they poo and God knows what else they do. They bleed. You know, this ball pit is probably filled with like Band-Aids and like all sorts of awful things. You know, I mean, it's cool. When I was a kid, I would have wanted to play on one of these because it's super cool. You know, I want to play on it right now. But you know, you got to think about how disgusting it is, especially in China, where health and safety standards are quite a bit different than they are where I'm from. like I said, there's a lot of clothing stores, and I guess the Western world is really intriguing to people in China. They really like Western things. They really like just Western style clothing and anything Western. And you tend to see a lot of people walking around wearing shirts that have like English on them, but the English is a lot of the times is not English, or it is English, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So I'll show you some if we happen upon some. Sometimes you see these really ridiculous phrases that don't make sense, or just like random English words that are thrown together to make sentences. These shirts look all right. I remember seeing a shirt once in this mall, actually at the Walmart upstairs. I remember seeing a shirt and it said, "God hates fig." God hates fig. Not figs, like with not plural figs, just fig. So I guess the shirt was trying to imply that like God hates one particular fig. Either that or God hates a guy that's called Fig. And I thought about it and I realized the reason that woman, and it was an old woman wearing this shirt, like an old like overweight woman, a Chinese woman that was wearing this shirt, and I realized that the reason that shirt said God hates fig is because a lot of times they just would score the internet for like the places that design the t-shirts, that design the clothes. They'll just go through the internet looking for like English phrases to stick on shirts, and a lot of times when they translate those English phrases from the internet to like the shirt, it doesn't always come out quite right. So what they did apparently was they were looking for like English language shirts, and they happened upon one from the Westboro Baptist Church. And a lot of people from the States know they have their slogan is "God hates fags." And so, this person, this graphic design company that created this t-shirt, they probably saw that. They thought, oh, that looks like a good phrase to put on a shirt. And somehow they mangled it, when they put it on the shirt. And instead it just said, God hates fig. It's just interesting because the implications of what that shirt is supposed to say. I really just don't think that woman cared much about homosexuality at all. I don't think that she knew what the shirt said. She just was wearing it. It was just random, just some random English letters, and they like wearing shirts that have English stuff on them. So she was just wearing this shirt that said, God hates fig. But I don't think, because the idea of like religious bigotry toward homosexuality is just, it's not something that exists here. It's just not something that you see. There's not really a lot of religious fundamentalism in China. I mean, I've never seen it. And I'm not sure how most Chinese people feel about the gay community. But you don't see a lot of openly gay people here unless you go to the inner city where there's more expats. And you will see, occasionally you see gay people or people who are openly gay. But it's just not really talked about. I don't think there's a lot of discrimination, but I definitely think you would get a lot of looks if you were walking around as a gay dude or a gay woman, openly expressing affection with another person of your same gender. But certainly if that woman knew what that shirt said and she understood the implications of what that shirt was supposed to say, I seriously doubt she would have worn it. Because I just don't think that old Chinese woman cares much about what God thinks about gay people. I just thought that was kind of funny because it definitely was this thing where the woman she had no idea. She had no idea what her shirt said. And you see that a lot. But I guess it's no different than, people who get like Chinese symbols tattooed on their bodies, and they're like, oh, this means peace or this means love, but they really don't know what it means. I actually have another story, but I want to show you. This store is pretty cool. Must be a new store. I've never seen this. There's a lot of these kind of, I guess it's sort of like a celebratory thing for celebrations for like weddings, You know, here's like a couple right here, and there's, oh yeah, here's a couple. So I think this is where you buy like things for celebrations for weddings or birthdays or whatever. It's kind of like a Chinese version of Party City, right? It's kind of like a Chinese Party City. It's kind of cool. They really like the color red. The color red is luck. The color red is very lucky. All these people, see, they think that I'm crazy. I'm trying not to be self-conscious. It's kind of hard because I look like ridiculous, but whatever. Anyway, I want to tell a story along the lines of, you know, what we were talking about with the t-shirt, God Hates Fig. I knew this guy, well, I didn't know him, but I met this guy one time, and he was a dude that, he did tattoos. This was way back when I lived in Texas, and my brother introduced me to this guy who basically, like, he started his own tattoo business, and he said that the way that he practiced, like when he first started, he would practice on people, and he did Chinese symbols. He did tattoos of Chinese symbols. But he basically just got a menu from like a local Chinese restaurant, and he wrote the symbols out, and he just made up what they were supposed to, what the symbols represented. So like he'd write out like, you know, egg foo young, and he'd write that out and tell someone, oh, that means peace, love, and joy, and then he'd tattoo it on their bodies. Or maybe there's one that's like kung pao chicken, and he's like, oh, that means like warrior. You know, hardened warrior. You know, oh, this means only God can judge me. And so he said there's all these people from his early days of tattooing that are walking around with Chinese menu items tattooed permanently on their bodies. I thought that was kind of funny. That's sort of similar, you know, it's like this kind of weird obsession with a culture. You know, they call it cultural appropriation in the States, which is just kind of taking these aspects of different cultures, well, of another culture, and using it for your own aesthetic purposes without really understanding what it means. So here's a woman with a dog. In China, people bring dogs inside of stores, and I guess it's not considered that big of a deal. In America, again, the health and safety standards would disallow having a dog inside most places. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess I really don't care. Here's a KFC sign. I'll show you the KFC later. That's another part of Western culture that, you know, they sort of, you know, in terms of the stores that they have and the movies that they get, they sort of have they take the basic stereotypes of American culture, and that's what they appropriate. So like, if you ask somebody, you know, oh, what kind of American food do you like? They're like, oh, I like hamburgers. And that means I like KFC or I like McDonald's. Yeah, it's all very superficial. So here is a fake New Balance store. There's a lot of these fake stores around. This is supposed to be New Balance, but it's New Balance. I can't even say that. I don't even know how to say that. New Balance. I don't know what the hell that is. It's fake shoes, and probably if you put these shoes on, if you bought one of these shoes, these pairs of shoes, and you wore them for like a year, you probably would have feet that were kind of messed up. Here's a baby store. I actually get my baby stuff here at this store. Sometimes I get baby diapers here, and they have, I don't know, I guess they have stuff that's pretty similar to the stuff that you'd see in the States. Now this is interesting, I think. Here we have like a playground area, but over here there's like a baby washing place. It's like they give babies massages and baths, and they change their diapers and stuff. Like, you can pay people to do this in the store, and they have these glass doors so you can watch people like bathing their kids. It's very strange. We definitely don't have those in the States. I remember seeing an advertisement once for a child massage service, and it was literally like it was literally a service that would allow you to go and have your child massaged by an adult. Like, you could go and you could have your child get a massage. And I thought that was really bizarre. Oh, here's a mirror, by the way. This is what I look like right now. I look really ridiculous. Look at that. That's what I look like. That's why people are looking at me funny. Not just because I look like that, but because I'm white. I'm probably the only white person in this entire store right now. And I also have long hair, which is not typical in a man in China. And I'm talking to myself. And I have a funny looking camera on the top of my head. Okay, so this area right here, this is the hallway that I was talking about. This hallway connects the two buildings. This connects the shopping mall to the area, the other building that is the area that you can get food, they have a lot of restaurants. Oh, here's an arcade too. Anyway, I'm gonna take you into this building for just a minute. This is the restaurant building, and I'm gonna take you here because I wanna show you something that is pretty cool, that I think is pretty cool, that I just found the other day, actually. See if we can get in here. This is kind of questionable in terms of its legality, but I think we can go. This is an exit. Okay. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go all the way to the top of these stairs. And hopefully nobody is up on the rooftop today. And I can show you something that I think is pretty cool. Hopefully you'll think it's cool too. I don't really, the only time that I really go and explore this building is when I'm on break. And sometimes there are long stretches between my classes. Like today I have an hour between my classes, and on Saturday and Sunday I have sometimes an hour, sometimes like 2 hours. Whoa, look at that. You guys think that's safe? It doesn't look very safe to me. No, that does not look very safe at all. Okay. So this, wow, that doesn't look safe either. This is the rooftop. This is the rooftop of the restaurant building. Now, I'm not sure about this area right here. This is like, it looks kind of like maybe a little, like a break room type area for like maintenance people, but it's really hot. I doubt that anybody's in here. Okay. I think there actually might be somebody in there. I heard some noises. So I don't want to go in there because I don't want to get booted off of the roof. Because I want to show you something really cool. It's under here. Okay. Now, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you that rooftop over there. The rooftop of the building that we were on with all the shopping centers, or the shopping mall. But this is the smaller rooftop. These are all little air conditioners. I guess that it's a lot of air conditioners. The air conditioner on the other building is a lot cooler though. It's like a big building filled with, or a big box filled with like waterfalls. Okay, so this is what I want to show you today. Hopefully I can get in. Oh yeah. So, shut this door. So this is basically the top of the elevator. This is, I'm not sure about all these circuit boards and everything. I don't know what all these are. I'm not an electrician. I don't know anything about electricity or hydraulics or whatever. But it's pretty cool. I just like I don't know why this is appealing to me, but it's very appealing to me. These are basically the little levers, or I don't know, pulleys, I don't know what they're called, that control the elevators. And I don't know, I find them kind of cool. This room is air conditioned sometimes. I've only been up here a couple of times, but there's an air conditioner here that they keep on. And I assume that, you know, maintenance comes in here every so once in a while. So it's not exactly a place you could hang out a lot, just to hang out in kind of a cool place, because it's probably illegal. Probably I could get into some trouble for being in here. But I just wanted to show you guys this. I don't come here very often. But these are the little things that control the elevators. And somebody left a pair of glasses up here. Oh, wait. Somebody left this pair of glasses. See this? Pair of glasses. They're not prescription glasses, though. I don't know what's up with those. The last time I was up here, these whatever they are, they were in action. They kept moving. They didn't stop moving. So I'm guessing that today is just not a very busy day for the mall. So not a lot of people are using the elevators. But I thought those were pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna go around and see what's on the other side of this building. Like I said, when I went into that sort of break room type room, it looked like it sounded like there was somebody in there. But I don't know. We're gonna go see. Normally what happens if you're caught doing something like this, they'll just sort of look at you. And the worst thing that they'll do is they'll tell you to go, they'll show you the door. But seems like that's the worst that could happen. I mean, it's not the worst that could happen, but it's the worst that is likely to happen. Let's go look through this window. This is where I heard that noise at. I don't know, there's a lot of shoes in there. And there's lights on, so people do use it. I'm guessing people come up here at least daily, but I don't know if there's anyone in there right now or not. Let's see about this. Oh, this is an interesting little place. Tiny little house. I don't know, it's not a very pleasing place. Doesn't seem like a nice place to hang out. I doubt the water works. No, the water doesn't work. Okay, well, that's pretty much it for up here on this rooftop on this building. I really like the solitude of the rooftop, because China is such a bustling place. You know, there tend to be a lot of people everywhere all the time, and it's really nice to be able to just kind of be by yourself. And I think that's what is so appealing to me about the rooftop, is generally you just don't run into people. People just don't hang out on the rooftops. It doesn't seem like there's anybody here. Got a lot of shoes in here, lockers. I don't think anybody's in here. It's too hot to hang out in here. Oh, that door's locked. That door's locked too. Yeah, all these doors are locked. Well, so that's it for up here on the rooftop. So, all right, we're gonna go back down to the second floor, and we'll make our way up to the actual Walmart. That's the highlight of this tour, you guys, is Walmart. Because, you know, I know people in America like to complain that Walmarts have sort of taken over the United States. They're everywhere. They put all the mom and pop stores out of business. But I'm here to tell you that I have not ever been to a country that didn't have a Walmart, or that I didn't see a Walmart. They're everywhere. And the funny thing about there being a Walmart in China is the fact that all of the stuff that's there is from China anyway. So it's kind of like, what's the point, right? The stuff that you buy at Walmart is mostly just cheap junk made in China. And the stuff that you buy at Walmart in China is also just cheap junk made in China. And it's pretty much the same price too. There's not really much of a difference in price. So I feel like you're getting a better deal in the States because at least that stuff is imported, you know? Okay, so this part of the building is just, that part of the building is just restaurants. You know what? There is something that we could look at. If you want to see something really disgusting, I'll show you guys something really disgusting. But we got to go down. We got to go down the escalator. I'll show you this part of the Walmart building. It's just mostly restaurants. Some pretty good restaurants. There's an Indian food restaurant that's excellent. There's some Korean food, Japanese food. I tend to complain about China a lot, and I do complain about Chinese food health and safety standards. But the food here is really, really good. You know, if anything, I recommend coming to China at least to visit, just so you can get a taste of the food. It's just really good. It's definitely better than food in the United States, in my opinion. Okay, we're back on the ground now, and we're gonna take a detour. There was something that I want to show you that I didn't really, I don't know, I guess I had decided when I started this tour that I wasn't gonna show you, but I think I'm gonna show you just for fun. Oh look, here's another dog. That's a like poodle. Man, people love poodles. People love poodles here. Okay, we're just gonna bypass those people and go up these stairs. All right. Now this part, this particular stairwell has a deep, dark, terrible secret that you're going to be privy to in a moment. And it's pretty disgusting. And if you got kids that are watching, you know, I recommend that you turn them away from the computer monitor, because you're about to see something vile. But, okay. So here we're coming up on the darkness. This is the darkness. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm gonna use the flashlight on my phone. Okay? All right. Now, hopefully with the GoPro you guys can see this. this area up here is basically shut off. Like they basically put a barricade so you can't go up the stairs anymore. It was obviously added after the building was built because they did, I mean, the stairs were there. Look, you can see the stairs. But this is what makes this thing so disgusting. Condoms, do you see this? Used condoms. I can smell the dirty, like the decaying semen. Like, no joke. Okay, look. Somebody was pooping and they put, do you see this? Someone pooped up here. They put towels over the poop. And it smells, I know I can't convey the smell to you because, you know, you're on YouTube or you're watching this on our website or whatever. You're watching this online so you don't understand how bad that it smells. But people pee, they poop up here. But look, do you see these? Those are all condom wrappers. Natural latex rubber condom wrappers, and used condoms everywhere. Here's one, just on the stairs, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 on the stairs. Look, they're everywhere. Here's one right there. You see that? They're everywhere. So basically, like, do you see all of these? Do you see all of those? All just used condoms. So, like, look at this. So basically, people are coming up here. I assume I want to get out of here because I'm just, oh man, I feel sick from the smell. Basically, I'm assuming it's always the same people because it's always the same brand of condoms. And how many people have gotten the idea to go up to where the barricade is at the top of the stairs in the dark where people poop and piss and there's like the most rancid smell imaginable. But there are some people, a couple of people, that go up there frequently and do the deed, do the dirty, and then just take the condom off, throw it on the ground, and just leave them there. Like they don't even bother to clean their condoms up, right? So they don't mind going up there and at least pulling their pants down. In the midst of poo and pee, human poop and pee that you can smell from here where I'm standing right now. And all these cigarettes, look at all these cigarettes. Right? They don't mind that. And they don't even bother to clean the condoms. Okay, we are back on the 2nd floor. And this time I think we should take the elevator up. Huh? These are the elevators that you saw the top of the functioning mechanism things. Oh, it's not gonna stop? Oh, I guess we gotta wait. Sometimes the elevators don't work very well. Look, these people making, I think, Japanese food. That's pretty cool that they have the window open though, because it's like, oh yeah, we're totally cool with the health and safety standards of the food that we're making, you know? And that's cool, I respect that. Come on, elevator, what's up? Okay, I think it's gonna let us in. No? What the hell? Look, it went back to 1. Oh, there we go, there we go, here we go. No? Oh no, he's not even gonna let me in the elevator. Wow. What a drag. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna go, oh no, we can't go to the 3rd floor. Okay, we'll go to the 3rd floor last. That's where the Walmart is. We'll go to the 4th floor now, okay? There's an arcade and a movie theater and stuff up there. And I guess I can show you the rooftop. I can show you the rooftop. All right. This is the 4th floor. I'm pretty sure this is a KTV. This is a KTV. Look at this person. Sleepy person. Yeah, this is a KTV. I think I've been here before. Yeah, I have. I've been to this KTV before. KTV is basically, here, I'll show you the KTV. KTV is like, for those of you that don't know, KTV is really popular in China. And it's like karaoke TV. I mean, straight up. Like, look, you see those people in there? Well, I don't want to intrude on their privacy. KTV is like where you just go to a room. Like, okay, they look like this. You just go to a room that's like this, and you like this little is like a computer, and on this TV it plays basically music videos sometimes without the words, without the person singing, and you just sing, and people just sit here. It's a huge thing in China, and people just sit here and they sing and drink and smoke cigarettes and just have a jolly time. I used to do it a lot during my first like 6 months here in China, and now that I'm married with a baby, I don't do it anymore. It's very much about like getting wasted and singing, and it's fun. You know, it's a lot of fun. I know a lot of Westerners don't like KTV. My friend absolutely hates KTV, but I love it. I think it's fun. We'll walk down the hallway. See, look, you can get a good idea for how popular it is. Like it's like 3 o'clock right now, and there's people doing KTV at like 3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and all these rooms have people in them. They're all like doing KTV, like, yeah, and a lot of them are probably like doing sexual things as well. This is like a little smaller room. A lot of them like are probably like you can get prostitutes here apparently. I've never seen the prostitutes, but from what I understand, you can get prostitutes at KTV. I don't know. So it's like lots of drinking and smoking cigarettes and hooking up with prostitutes. These are the microphones. These are the KTV mics. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy KTV. Oh wait, here's. See. There's a lot of women doing KTV. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay, so. Oh, here's Baker's Pizza. I go here a lot. Their pizza's not bad. Their pizza's pretty good. I don't know what she's saying. Oh, that's hello. That's the Baker's Pizza woman. So this is the arcade. I'm not big into arcades. This arcade always kind of makes me feel like sad because it seems so dead compared to the arcades from when I was a kid. You know, like a lot of stuff doesn't work, like this thing. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the arcades. And this is, you know, when I was a kid, you go to the arcade and play games and stuff. It was just kids there, but mostly here, it's like, if there are a lot of people, you see a lot of adults. And it smells like cigarettes very much because people smoke cigarettes everywhere. Even though there's this sign, you see the sign? No smoking. But people, they don't care. They'll smoke. They smoke. They love to smoke cigarettes. But this kind of smells like, it smells more like a bar, or like, it smells like a mixture between a bar and a dirty hotel room. But a lot of this stuff doesn't work. You know, something just about a non-functional game, or like a big room full of non-functional games, is kind of creepy to me. You know, like here's a skill crane game with nothing inside of it. You see this? I don't know, here's some, I've never actually walked around the arcade here before. I'm guessing that they're doing like, I don't know what's going on here. This is like, oh my God, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people playing games. That's crazy. Well, you know what? I'm gonna eat my words because there's actually a ton of people in here. I don't know, this is a big empty room. I guess there's nothing in there. Everyone's looking at me. See, this is what I deal with. This is what I deal with every day. People looking at me, staring at me. Like I got like at least 24 people staring at me. Whatever. It's fine. I'm making an ass of myself, I guess, so maybe I deserve it. Okay. I'm pretty sure there was some illegal gambling going on in there. So maybe they're going to come and beat me up and take my camera so I can't show the police or whatever. I don't know. Hopefully not. Hopefully that doesn't happen. because I really like this GoPro a lot. Okay, so you can see how, you know, a Chinese mall is different than an American mall, but it's not too different. You know, there are elements of both, but like, how many American malls have KTV? Like, how many American malls have a place where you can go upstairs, drink, smoke cigarettes, hook up with prostitutes, and sing songs on karaoke? I don't think there's any places you can do that, right? So this is the cinema. I've never been to this movie theater, and I don't think I can get in without a ticket, but I'm sure it's not that interesting. It's just, I don't know, a cinema. And I'm gonna see if I can find the exit. I'm pretty sure this is it. Or no, this is not the right exit. There is an exit that should take me up to the roof, but I have to find it. I don't remember exactly its location. I typically don't come up here to the 4th floor because I have no reason to. I don't hook up with prostitutes, and I don't see movies generally. Just don't have time. Now these are really interesting. There's nobody inside of them right now, but these are mini KTV machines. Okay, these are like miniature, just like what I showed you before, all those people doing KTV. But if you just like are jonesing to do some KTV, but you don't want to go and do the big KTV, you can just go in these. These are like little karaoke, like mini karaoke, and there's two seats in there. There's 2 stools, and you can just sit in there and do karaoke with your friend. There's even curtains, so you could probably hook up with a prostitute in there, I guess. Yeah, mini karaoke. I bet you don't have those in the States either. This is the floor that the Walmart's on. I'm pretty sure they'll let me in. I'm pretty sure they'll let me in over here. There's 2 entrances. Oh, here we go. Okay, this is Walmart. This is the real Walmart. This is the Walmart store. This is the famous Walmart store that the building is named after. It's the Walmart Superstore. It's not really a superstore though. It's just Walmart. Okay. So I'm just gonna walk through here. It's not that interesting, really. It's just Walmart. I feel like it might have been a little more interesting if I had done this tour when there were a lot of people here, because that's when you really see the chaos. Oh, here's a mirror. I want to look and see if my GoPro is still going. Oh, it is. Good. I still have battery and everything. That's amazing. The problem with the GoPro I have is I have to change the battery out like every hour. It's kind of frustrating. So anyway, this is Walmart. This is where the magic happens. Every so once in a while, I have to take the English training center I work at is mainly kids. Well, it's all kids. And every so once in a while, I have to come here and take all of my kids. Like, I have multiple classes. I have a lot of different classes. But sometimes they'll pick one class, like a new class. And these kids are like 5 or 6 years old. And they'll have me bring them to Walmart. And those days are just the most stressful. I absolutely hate them. I hate those days because I got to come here and, like, you know, I have to. It's stressful because if you watch I have a video called "A Week in the Life of an ESL Teacher in Shanghai." If you go watch that video, you can see one of those outings where I take the kids, and it's crazy because there's all the kids come, but also all of their parents come, and all their grandparents come. And they all are taking pictures and taking video with their phones. And then as you walk through, you know, I'm like a monkey, you know? I'm like, oh, what's this? And the kids are like, duh. And I say, it's an apple. And they're like, it's an apple. You know, what color is the apple? It's red. You know, and I'm doing this monkey song and dance thing, and everybody's watching me. And as we walk through the Walmart, we just collect more people. And sometimes we collect more kids, but we always collect more adults. So now I've got double the amount of adults, and they're following me around the Walmart. They're following us around, taking pictures and videos. So yeah, it's just very stressful. I really don't like having my video taken under those circumstances, in that context, because I don't know, it's embarrassing, you know? We're not exactly a respected bunch, us English teachers, and so I don't know, it just feels kind of degrading. Okay, I want to show you the meat, because when anybody from the States thinks about China, they always think about meat, right? Like meat safety and stuff, because that's what China's known for, is their meat safety. Here's some meat. I don't even know what the hell these are, but it's meat. I don't know if it's supposed to be blue like that, or if it's rotting. It smells unbelievably bad. It smells even worse than that condom and poop and pee area that I showed you earlier. It smells rancid. I don't think you see this in the United States, right? This is just chicken parts, I guess. This is really interesting. These are chicken feet, okay? These are chicken feet. Yeah. People eat chicken feet. People love to eat chicken feet. It's one thing here in China that I have never and will never, ever, ever, ever try. I will never eat chicken feet. Or dog. I'll never eat dogs or cats. This, it looks to me like is growing some kind of mold, and it smells absolutely rancid. Yeah, I don't know. I dare you to go to your local Walmart and find this kind of stuff. What do you think, like, if this were in America and like an American health inspector came and looked at all this, what do you think they'd think? What do you think they'd say? I guarantee you they would shut this place down. You know, they wouldn't have even gotten to the Walmart. They just would have found those condoms and been like, we gotta evacuate this building. Look, this is pig feet, pig something. This is like, I don't know, I'm just disgusted by like raw meat. I eat meat, I do eat meat. But like something about the way that it's displayed and the way it looks, like in the States, I feel like they really do go out of their way to try and make food appear appetizing. Because, you know, if you can get past the fact that you're eating something that was dead, and that like when it is first killed, it looks very corpse-like. I mean, it is a corpse and it's gross and it stinks. But in America, they sort of package it in a different way, so it's not just out in the open. Like if you ask a kid, you know, where does a hamburger come from? 9 times out of 10, they're gonna be like, it comes from McDonald's, you know? But here, people know meat is dead. It's just dead things. And this is, I don't know what all this is this meat is just foul. Yeah. Here we have some, I don't know, some fish in some really pretty dirty fish tanks. Remember how earlier I was saying like that, that Chinese food is really, really great, and it is. I want to reiterate, I love Chinese food, and probably I have eaten stuff, well definitely, I have eaten stuff that was stored this exact way. You know, like look at this. This looks like someone's intestines came out. This looks like from a horror movie. But no doubt that just probably this week I have eaten stuff that was stored just like this stuff. So I'm not like trying to have a superiority thing. You know, I'm just saying it's kind of gross. It's kind of gross. But that is nothing. You know, one day soon, probably sometime this week, I'm gonna do a tour of like the vegetable and meat market that's close to my house. That is way worse. That is way worse than anything that you just saw. Just the smell alone in that place is enough to make you throw up. Anyway, that's Walmart. It's normally a lot more crowded than this. That's one of my students. Hello. I always run into my students when I go out. And yeah. Anyway, that's Walmart. We're gonna go down the escalator. This is pretty nice actually. I can actually walk down the escalator. Normally you can't walk down the escalator if there's a lot of people here, because people in China, they don't walk up and down escalators. Like, look at these girls, right? They just stand and they ride it up, or they stand and they ride it down. You know, in the States, everyone's in a hurry to get somewhere. Like, I'm at the mall, I wanna walk up the escalator. Here they just stand on the escalator all the way up, all the way down. We're back to clothing, and here's some kid stuff. We're about to enter the like kid area, you know, and you know, most of the kid stuff is like on the second floor, and all sorts of kid stuff. See, and it's junk too. It's just mostly junk. I guess in the States, kid stuff is junk too. But like, look, here's like some fake Elsa stuff. Obviously, this is supposed to be Elsa, but you know, it's not. There's just a ton of. You see a lot of fake stuff. I don't know, here supposedly that's Barbie, but that's probably fake too. Dora the Explorer. Hey, there's some real name brand stuff here. But you never know. Like, you never know what's real and what's not real. A lot of the stuff. I saw an article yesterday about some dude that lives in my little village in Songjiang that was... He was basically like fishing those big barrels of like empty barrels of water. He was fishing those out of garbage bins, and he was going to some water station and filling them up with unfiltered tap water, and then taking them to this city right here where I live and selling them to businesses as filtered water. Apparently he made 150,000 RMB doing that. He was arrested the other day. I want to say, how much is that? That's like, I don't know, 25,000 US dollars. That's not bad. But they did arrest him, so that's good. So even water is not immune from being like faked, counterfeited. Here's more New Bunrin. Jeez. I've never seen a real New Balance store here. Anyway, this is the kid area. Here we have an area where there's lots of kids. This is the 7th layer of hell. Especially when there's a lot of kids here, it's just like, oh my God. It's like on the weekend, I'm here on the weekend all day because I work all day on Saturday and Sunday. And there are so many kids here, it's just like, it's an absolute nightmare. When I was living in Baltimore, I used to work in special education. I taught kids. I was an educational paraprofessional. And I used to love kids. I really did. I was like, I'm an educator. I love working with children. I'm making a difference. And I pretty much hate them now. I pretty much hate them now. I know that sounds bad, but I'm being honest with you guys. This is a little roller skating rink. Rollerblading rink. I remember in the United States when rollerblading was cool. That was in the 90s, but it's not cool anymore. Here's a lot of decapitated children. They put their heads on display and put these little hats on them. Notice they're all Caucasian too. They decapitate Caucasian children, put them on display. Here's something you don't see in the States. Well, maybe you do. I don't know. You can catch goldfish and send the goldfish home with the kids. I guess I remember that from when I was a kid. Here's like a little place you can feed the fish. Yeah, I feel bad for the fish, but at least these fish, oh shit. Sorry, fish. At least these fish are like alive, whereas the fish in Walmart are not. They're not alive. Here's a bubble, I don't know, a bubble pit. It's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of gross, I guess. Look at this kid. This kid's all messed up. Anyway, this is where the kids. This is where you can bring your kid to hang out. This is oh, you see this? I want to show you this. You see that? That kid does not have. I don't know if you noticed this, but that kid does not have any pants covering his bottom area. And that's because a lot of these, like the parents will, I mentioned this in another video, another one of my videos, which is called Hacking, Spitting, Pooping, and Peeing in China, where it talks about like these kids that are running around with like assless pants. And it's really common, especially with the younger kids. They walk around. I kind of wanted to show you here's a typical, I don't know, this is relatively clean. You see that? That's a relatively clean toilet for this is the bathroom that's right next to my work. Typically not a very nice place to be. And the interesting thing is, like, people will come here into this bathroom on their break, like on their work break, and they'll just lock themselves in the stalls, and they will just hang out in there and watch TV on their phones and smoke cigarettes in these stalls. And this, like I said, this is nothing compared to how gross it normally is in here when there's a lot of people here. But it's a favorite place for dudes to come and hang out. They love to smoke cigarettes in the bathroom, which I just find to be a very strange thing because it just doesn't smell very good. Anyway, the kids with the assless pants. Those kids basically, they just don't put diapers on them because they think diapers are like not sanitary. So instead of wearing diapers and the kids poop and pee in the diapers, if the kid needs to pee, they just squat and poop and pee wherever they want. You see this trash can? This trash can is a place where you will see many kids pooping and peeing. And those are the nice parents. Those are the considerate ones. They'll hold the kid over the trash can and let him pee in there. But a lot of times, just the other day, I saw a woman right down the hallway here, letting her little kid pee all over the ground with her crotchless pants. Okay, anyway, this is where I work. This is all young school. This is where I work. I'm not going to go in there right now because I don't have to work for another hour. And if you do want to see some more in-depth stuff about ESL and where I work, you can watch my video, Week in the Life of an ESL Teacher in Shanghai, China. I also have another video which is a really quick tour of another school that I work at that's across town. This is Walmart again. Look, there's probably a guard there. Yeah, that guy won't let me in. He's there to make sure I don't come in the wrong way. Anyway, that's like, you know, in the States they used to have those door greeters. That's kind of like the equivalent, I guess. But he sits at the entrance from the stairwell, and if you try and get in there and you're not an employee, he'll be like, no. But he doesn't really enforce it because, you know, he's like 90 years old. And if you've watched my videos called Rants by Richard, you have seen me on this rooftop yelling and screaming at the top of my lungs about things that annoy me. And actually my very first video for Triad Travelogues was shot right here, right there, with this very camera that I'm wearing at the top of my head. And this is the rooftop. This is my favorite place to be. I come up here anytime that I have a chance because, like I said before, it's empty. There's normally not anyone up here. And generally, if there are people up here, they're just up here to smoke a cigarette and they'll leave you alone. Now, you guys can see we're pretty high up. I mean, really not that high up. We're really not that high up. It's like 4 stories. But still, it would be quite a fall. It would definitely kill you very quickly. If I ever do decide to jump off this building, I'll do it with the GoPro and try to put it on YouTube before I hit the ground. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so this down here, that's the movie theater. That's like those are the trash cans for the movie theater. And so if I wanted to, I could probably sneak into a movie by jumping from here to there and like sneaking into one of the theaters, maybe. I don't know. Okay, so I have extensively explored this rooftop. I used to be really into urban exploration when I was younger. When I lived in Baltimore, I had some friends that introduced me to this idea that you can and should explore abandoned buildings. Not just abandoned buildings, but just, places you're not supposed to be. And I spent a good portion of my early 20s doing this. I lived in Baltimore, Maryland for 10 years. And there's lots of good places there to explore. There's Rosewood Hospital, or Rosewood Center, which was an abandoned psychiatric hospital. That place was really cool. There was Glendale Hospital, which was an abandoned tuberculosis hospital. Man, what else was there? There was a fairy tale land, like a fairy tale themed amusement park type place. And the name of it is escaping me right now. I don't remember the name of it. That place was really, really cool. There was an abandoned satellite dish, all kinds of stuff. And there were a few places in Texas that I explored as well. And I'd like to do some videos about places that are abandoned here, but I'm a little more concerned about trespassing charges in China. Because, when I was in the States, I only got caught one time by the police when we went up into the satellite. And they didn't even give us a ticket. They just made sure that we were sober, and they told us not to come back. And I've been sort of into a couple of places that are abandoned here, but never really extensively explored anything other than the rooftops of buildings, which I guess kind of counts as urban exploration. I mean, this is pretty urban, right? It's just kind of a sprawling rooftop. And it's really hot. It's really, really hot. Okay, I know you guys are probably getting bored with my endless droning. So I'm just gonna, I'm gonna show you some cool stuff on the rooftop, and then I will bid you farewell. This is definitely the longest video that I've put up on my channel, but I want to do a lot more of these videos. I've been very cautious about the content that I put up on my channel. And I think I've been a little bit a little too anal retentive about the editing and watching exactly what I say. And I want to put some more of these kinds of videos up, which are just sort of, stream of consciousness type narrations and explorations of different places that I've been in China that I think people would be interested in seeing. And they're definitely for a specific type of person, I guess. It's a lot easier to watch a 5-minute video than it is to watch an hour-and-a-half long video. Oh, this door's locked. This is kind of like a little house. I don't know what's in there. There's a big Walmart sign. Walmart, or as they say here, Wal-Mart. Wal-Mart. If I get into a taxi anywhere in Songjiang and I say Wal-Mart, they say, oh, okay. They know where to take me, to the Wal-Mart. So this is like sort of a university, it's like a campus. I'm not sure the name of the school. This part of Songjiang that I live in is called Old Town. There's a new town and there's an old town and there's everything in between. But this is the most undeveloped part, I think, of Songjiang that I'm in. New town is cleaner and more upscale, and definitely more Western influenced. But yeah. So, man, I'm getting hot. It is hot up here today. All right, I want to show you these. Do you see these big these big tanks. Those are tanks, okay? And those tanks, these two tanks right here, those tanks are filled with water. And remember the tanks on the other building. The other building I showed you is that way. But these tanks are like, they're much bigger and they're filled with water that just is constantly pouring. Like all these waterfalls inside of this tank, these two tanks. And I don't know, something about them to me is really creepy. I'm really creeped out by them. I don't know why. It's something to do with water and water being contained inside. Oh, I'm sorry, there's 4 of them, not 2, there's 4 of them. Something about water being contained inside of a unit like this. I don't know, something about it is really creepy to me. It's really unsettling. Look at this. You see this? This is, I'm assuming that these are the air conditioning units for this building. Here, this one's broken, so you can kind of see through it. Look at this. Oh, look at that. Look at that. So yeah, there's these giant air conditioning units. And there's 4 of them. And I guess they air condition the whole buildings with these things. I'd never seen anything quite like it though. I don't know, they're really creepy. Like I could imagine a scene in a horror movie taking place inside of one of these things, you know? Let's go around to the other side. Oh! Yeah, here's some other ones. See? And even just the sound of it is creepy to me. It's like an artificial waterfall. Oh, this one, the water in here is much stronger. The pressure is much stronger in here. See that? I don't know. Just to me, being inside of, like, if I went in there, I could go in there. I could crawl in right there. Being inside of there, to me, would be like just absolutely terrifying. I would be terrified out of my mind to be inside of one of these. I don't know why. I know I probably would be just fine. I can swim. I mean, I couldn't swim in there, but it's not the water I'm afraid of. I don't know what it is. I really don't know. Maybe I'm just a weirdo, but something about it is really just unsettling to me. Okay, so let's go look at some of these other places. Here's a I don't know, empty room. Not a lot going on in here. Just all of the inner workings of the building, the electricity, and look at all these buttons. You want to press some buttons? No, hell no, I'm not going to press any buttons. Look at that. Wow. I'm going to leave these buttons alone. But I do know that if I ever were to press a button, it's always the red button. Always the red button. Okay. Let's see. You know, there's like, I've seen people climb up here. I'm kind of afraid to do it myself, but I've seen people do it. Let's climb up. Why not, right? Climb up on top of here. What do you guys think? Hold on. Whoa! Look at this. It's really hot. Oh my god. It's really, really hot. Whoa, look at this. This is the real rooftop. I hope I can get down. This is the real rooftop, guys. Oh, This is the top of the world. I've never been up here before. This is the first time I've ever been up here. Although I've seen people come up here. Like I've seen the workers or whatever, whoever. There's this team of people that work just on the roof and I've seen them come up here. But this is the first time I've been up here. It's pretty cool. It's a little bit, I don't know, it makes me feel a little bit uneasy because I'm kind of afraid of heights. I mean, I'm not really afraid of heights. I'm kind of afraid of falling off of a building. Oh, look at this. Oh, I know that place. This is, oh, look at that. That is some messed up looking, look at that. That's the area that we just were in, all of this. That's where I told you I filmed my first video. This is pretty cool. This is, I guess, this is the highest up that you can go on this building. I'm on top of the world. Well, I'm on top of Walmart at least. And there is where, that's where the movie theater is. This is the fourth floor. Oh, and there's more of those units too down there. There's more of those air conditioning units. Wow. Oh, this is pretty cool. Now I gotta get down. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I think getting down is harder than getting up. Well, I know it is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the voice recorder down. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna put the voice recorder down. And then I'm gonna put it in my pocket. And then I'm gonna climb down and then we'll talk. Oh, look. This is filled with water too. Oh, that is creepy too. Oh man, that is creepy. Okay, I'm gonna turn the voice recorder off, and then I'm gonna climb down, and then we'll talk again. Okay, so hold on. This is the stairwell that is opposite to the stairwell we came up, which was over there. This is the one on the other side of the building. This one smells very strongly of urine and feces because people like to come in here and pee and poo all over the stairwell. I guess because they're hidden and nobody can see them. I guess. This stairwell is significantly dirtier than the one that we used to go up to the roof. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe it's used less often. Oh man, that is a strong smell. Yeah, that is like the smell of fermented urine and poo cakes. Like, look, do you see this? I guarantee you that is urine. Yeah, I don't know. There's bathrooms everywhere. I don't know why people can't just use the bathroom. But man, I've seen poo stains like on the walls. Like people came in here with projectile diarrhea and just exploded all over the walls. So yeah, people are talented, you know? That is a talent that I'm pretty sure I don't have. I don't think I could projectile diarrhea all over the wall like that. Maybe I could. I don't know. Maybe I need to live in China for longer. Okay, so this is the exit. Now, we're going to go to a place that's outside here. And I may or may not get kicked out or yelled at. Oh, shit. Okay. Maybe I should just go. Okay. It's this way. So we're gonna be really quiet, okay? I'm gonna be pretty quiet. I don't know what this place is. I guess it's like storage. Oh no. There's people down here. I don't want to get caught down here. I don't know what that place is. I guess it's like storage, but like there's a lot of little rooms that seem like they're kind of like, you know the storage areas that you can pay for in the States that are like air conditioned? It looks kind of like one of those places, you know? Just like a bunch of storage areas. But anytime I've only been in there a couple times, but anytime I've been in there, I've seen or I've heard like music coming from those areas, and I thought, oh my God, do people live down here? But maybe it's just like employees. Like, I think it might be attached to this. This is the this is like the warehouse. That may be an extension of this warehouse. And that's just where people hang out, you know? Like this. This is the Walmart warehouse. I assume that's just part of the warehouse. This, by the way, this area right here, this is the parking lot that I showed you from when we were on the roof just a minute ago. I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna show you the other side of the building. And then I'm gonna go to work. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it. I like exploring. The best thing about travel is when you have free time to just roam about and peep inside of places you might not be welcome. You know, getting into things that you're not supposed to get into. I really enjoy that about traveling. I really like I like exploring. I like seeing weird stuff. I like the empty, kind of abandoned look. I like being in those environments. They feel very natural to me. They feel very symbolic of time. You know how time is just this thing that, here's time today, we're doing this thing, we're doing our thing. You know, 10 years from now, people can come and walk around in our ruins. The ruins of this place we used to work, or the ruins of this thing that used to serve some functional purpose that just doesn't anymore. I like that a lot. And then this rooftop, of course, of this building that we were just on is not ruins, but rather this kind of network of electric things and water things that function together to keep this building operational. And that's cool too, you know? I think it's just the rooftop has this kind of desolation that I like. You know, it's functional. The things up there are working for the most part, but it's empty. There's no life up there. Just machines, just parts, things moving around that have been programmed to do the things they do. I don't know, I enjoy that atmosphere a lot. I can't really explain why. So I guess this is called the Ladue International Plaza, but everyone calls it the Walmart building. I'm gonna go back inside and I'm gonna go to work. Listen, if you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. I would really like it if you'd give this video a big thumbs up, tell your friends about it, make a nice comment in the comments section, and be sure to check out some of my other videos. I'm gonna try to upload content more often. I'm gonna try to do more tours like the one that I just did. Oh look, we didn't even see any of this. Look at that. All right, but I gotta go to work. Thank you. Oh look, there's my reflection. There's my reflection, you see it? Hey, thank you for watching Triad Travelogues. We'll see you next time.